reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up. What was that, Hello Kitty? Whoa. 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 This is your brain. This is your brain worried about nonsense. Do you see these numbers? They don't make sense. Do they make sense, bestie? All right. Gather round. You guys need to, we need to have a little huddle moment. Team meeting. Okay, let's have a team meeting. That the time has come. Me and you, we need to have a serious discussion. You can do it all. You can literally do it all. But we're getting to the point right now where you don't have to do it all. Okay? You can do it all. And everybody knows it. That's why they consider you a problem, an issue. They're like, oh, we can't be having that. We cannot be having somebody that's so talented. Their light is blinding. We need to get them up out of here. You have already made the necessary sacrifices. You don't have to stay here anymore. You don't have to stay in this situation, or this relationship, this family, this job, whatever it is, fill in the blank and comment below. You are capable of doing it all, but you don't have to do it all. God has made an easier path for you, but you're reluctant to move on. Get in here, get in here, get in here, okay? We're having a team meeting. Everybody get away from the water cooler. Becky, get out of your cubicle. All the haters, stay where you're at. All of you that are the 0.1%, the earth angels, those that are chosen, the light workers, you guys gather around because we need to have a very important coming to Jesus moment. You have made the ultimate sacrifices. There are people, they wouldn't even know what to do with half the things that you've summoned in your life. They wouldn't even know what to do with the upheavals you've been through. So let them be butthurt, okay? Let them be like, oh my gosh, I don't have a punching bag. I don't have a trash can to kick around. I don't have a karmic chew toy. No. Riddle me what? No. It is official. It is time to move on. You're moving on. I'm hearing an airplane. Your pilot is like, they're calling you. Your earth angels are like, calling the collective, okay? Boarding. It's boarding. You're like, oh, I don't know if that's for me. They're literally calling your name. Okay, let's say your name's Veronica. They're like, Veronica? Veronica. You're like, I don't think that's for me. No, bestie, this is for you. It is time to board this airplane. It is time to board this quantum leap. The ship has sailed. It's time to move on. You have to be okay with the fact that you don't need this anymore. You don't need them anymore. You don't need him, her, whoever. You know that the clock is ticking, but you're like, maybe they meant a different Veronica. Maybe they meant a different earth angel. Bestie. Bestie. Do you want to end up in the hospital? Do you want to end up passed out from exhaustion? Do you want the most severe burnout because you know how to put it together? You know how to orchestrate, tired, because you are always making the sacrifices that are necessary. You are always putting in the work, but you don't have to work that hard anymore. This is one of the strongest, biggest, hardest belief systems that you're breaking down. This is one of your biggest limiting beliefs. Having to know that you have options and that it's not going to be this struggle. Sometimes we're scared of success. Like, okay, there's a little bit of success, but can I keep it here? Do I deserve to have this? And you do. You are getting a new surge of inspiration because you are that for others. You are a light to people in their lives. So you have to know where you do and don't belong. And that could be hard when you've spent time and you feel like you have rank, seniority, protection, salary, whatever it is. You feel like you have something, but you're going to let it go. That is a part of your ego that no longer serves you. Okay, so let's say this is a job. And at one point, it was a really hard to get job. You've gone through hell, literally. You've fought for your raises. You have fought for your position. And sometimes that's not easy to walk away from because you're like, now I'm the bee's knees here. And you might have a lot of enemies there because you are the bee's knees, because so many clients, customers, patrons, followers, subscribers fancy you. People are very high-key competitive with you. So you are needing to disconnect and know that it's going to be okay. But yeah, I was thinking about this today when I was channeling this message. This is a part of our ego and our shadow that at one point we needed this position, this relationship. It's already done what it needs to do. Does that make sense? Like this series, this chapter, this era, this situation, this environment, these people, you've already done what it does and you don't need it anymore. And so that might be a struggle to let go of because of all the work that you've put in. This was the first card that I got out for you guys. You had to learn how to nurture yourself, mother yourself, father yourself. Like you went through it with these people or this person. But it's time. It is officially time to know your worth and to move on. Okay, we got time to move on and knowing your worth. So I channeled this message yesterday, and then I'm pulling out the confirmations. You guys are around people that want to separate you from your happiness. So in the long run, these aren't people that you need to be around anymore. Plus, you're not really happy in this situation or relationship anymore. But the bottom line is you're going to have an epiphany. It could be this message that sparks it. But what I'm getting is you're going to be reflecting, doing breath work. You're going to be doing something to relax. Then you're going to wake up. Okay, something's going to take over you while you're sleeping. Not in a bad way. But your angels are going to help you come to this realization about your legacy, about the resources that are being brought in for you, about why it's time to move on. There could be an amount of money or love that you think is enough involving this situation. Well, I'm never going to find anybody that loves me more. Well, how am I going to make more money than this? Well, how am I going to live better than that? You're going to wake up, okay? So by the time you wake up in the morning, you're going to realize, wait, I only need this much more. I only need this much more to be living my best life. Why am I holding on to this? So you're ready to disconnect. So let me give you an example. Let's say this is a side hustle and you're making $2,000 to $3,000 a month with this side hustle. That ain't chump change, but God is trying to bring you more. And so maybe you're holding on to this thing because you're like, well, how am I going to replace that income? God is going to quadruple that income. So if you only need $2,000 to $3,000 more to replace it, and then God brings it to you and then you stay there, do you know what I mean? You're going to wake up in the morning and realize, if you didn't already do that today, you know what? I can get that. Why am I stressing? I can do it all. I want you to affirm it below. I can do it all. Something's going to come over you that is just calming, and you're going to feel at peace with the fact that you can get that. Now, say this is a relationship and you think no one's going to love me more than this and da-da-da-da. You're going to wake up and realize, no, this person actually puts a lot on my plate. It's more of a burden than a relationship. It's more transactional than a relationship. And I know there's more out there. So I'm good. You're seeing what you just don't need, and how whatever you're reaching for, this little bit that's over here that you were holding on to, you can obtain more than that. So again, let's say it was a certain amount of money. You're going to wake up in the morning and realize, you know what? I can get that. I can get that amount of money. I don't know why I was doing this to myself. I don't know why I put myself on this hamster wheel, and it's because of time spent. Sometimes when we're in a relationship for a long time or we're at a job for a long time, we get complacent or we're in our feelings like, no, I've been there. I've been through the ringer with that place, so I'm not just going to walk up on out the door. In some situations, it's the resources, but you have the resources. You're going to wake up knowing, like, I don't know what I was doing. I only needed this much. For some reason, you're going to know your worth and look at whatever that amount was that you were trying to build over, whatever that love was that you were trying to build over. You're going to realize that was not a lot, and I don't know why I put myself through all of that. Yeah, I'm going to get to getting. I'm going to get the frick up out of here. So there are a lot of people that are getting their karma right now. You are going to see this everywhere. There are people that are losing jobs, and I don't wish that on anybody. There are people that are losing jobs. That was the specific channeled message that I channeled last night after I'd already filmed for you guys yesterday's message. So I'm like, what is going on? I hope I can remember all this because I was driving and I couldn't write it down. But yeah, I basically got, there are people that have tried to sabotage you or undermine you. They've tried to get others to do their dirty work. And now those people are being left in the dust, or they're having to admit something like that let's say they lost a job, and then you find out they never even had all the proper certification for said job. These are people that made you feel like you're always in the wrong, okay? They were always pointing the finger at you. Let's say this is a team. Okay, let's say you have a soccer team, a softball team, a kickball team. And every time the team would lose, they looked at you as the coach and said, oh my gosh, like, everybody sucks, and that's kind of your fault. And it's not. If people aren't putting in the work, or they're not even motivated, or they're going to act like children, how is that your fault? So all of these people that try to start their own team and then play against you, people that wanted to compete with you, they are currently getting karma. Okay, people that try to sabotage you at your job, people that try to separate your union or your friendships in the workplace or just in general. These people are going through it. They're like, oh my gosh, I just lost this, and da da da. And you're just like, what? Because again, you wouldn't wish that on anyone, and you're still going to be kind. You have so much compassion. But what you're realizing about yourself is you can no longer give from an empty cup. I'm seeing 1144. I know I'm talking to the chosen. I know I am. I know I am. I know I am. Because you have a big job, but God wants it to be easy for you. Some of you that are prophetic, that are seers, that are very intuitive, you're worried about being a false prophet. Or others try to make you seem like a false prophet. I deal with this all the time. Let me give you guys some examples, okay? You want the tea? I'm going to give you some tea right now. There are so many times where I've had a subscriber on Patreon or just a subscriber in general. Or there's been another content creator that we've been acquaintances or cordial or friends. And they created situations where, and if you're chosen, you know, where it's hard for you to keep best friends. It's hard for you to have close friends because every time you start building that relationship, they think that you're shining too bright and then they want to excuse themselves or make things hard for you. So what would happen to me online is I would make a friend. I would shout them out. I would get so excited. I would advertise for them in any which way that I could. I would share their information. And then they start making content that I am the false one, that I'm the false prophet, or they use me for content creation. So not only is that a smear, not only is that undermining me, not only is that not friendship, but it's trying to pull my own platform and subscribers and clients away from me. And I would never, ever do that to someone. So I like, there's a couple different influencers that I really like on YouTube specifically, and that's Anita Serene, Chandler. You guys know I've shared his content. Tasha's Intuitive, Taylor Eaton. Who else? Those are just the ones I can think of off the top of my head that haven't done that to me. I'm going to say that again. Those are probably the only content creators that I can think of off the top of my head that haven't done that to me. Tasha's Intuitive, Taylor Eaton. Well, I don't think she knows that I use her deck and stuff like that, so that one might not count. But Chandler and Anita. Okay, so I've had conversations with Chandler, Anita, and Tasha's Intuitive. And they are people that don't do that to me. Do you know how hard that is to find in a friend that is another content creator? Because you will find out who people really are on social media. You will find out how competitive they are, how delusional they are, and if they're cowards or not. So there's been a lot of times where I wanted to collaborate with another content creator. Now, this was a while ago, like a long time ago. My channel just hit its 4th birthday. But yeah, it's sad. It's so sad that you make a friend and then they start acting like you're the false prophet. They stop talking to you. They start making content off of you. And it's like, wait, what? And they do all of this very backhanded and shady. They do this all very backhanded and shady. Like, oh my gosh, I thought they were a real one, but oh my gosh, they're not a real one. They'll try to victimize themselves. Like, oh my gosh, I thought I had a friend, but whole time they were trying to destiny swap with me, or they were trying to do something awful to me. And it's like, I know you're not talking about me. Skirt, I know you're not talking about me. So when somebody does that to me, or they start acting like a whole, the effery, the bananery, I'm not here for that at all. Because not only are you trying to smear what I'm anointed to do, not only are you trying to smear what God wants me doing, you obviously have bumped your head, because I'm not the one. So these people, they don't know how to one-up you. And this isn't a game to you. What you're stepping into is your purpose, but you're still holding on to other relationships that you don't need anymore. So when these people, they can't compete with you because you act like they don't exist. You are really good at this, especially when people F you over. This is the art of starving a narcissist out. You act like they could be in front of you, stomping, yelling, screaming, whatever. And you act like they're not even there. So these people, what they start to do then, especially if they have a platform, oh my gosh, I have had subscribers, stalkers that are crazy enough to start a platform just to be crazy. You know what I mean? I have had people donate to my Cash App to propose. I've had people donate to my Cash App just to tell me how much they hate me. Like, these people have to pay to troll you though, because your standards are that high. So when they feel like they can't be seen by you, because now you see them for who they are, they got to pay to troll you. And now if they have a platform, they're going to try to change everyone's opinion of you. I want you to realize this if you are online. If you have some Chucholinis or Decepticons that are trying to change everyone's perspective of you, let them. Let them. Because you are protected. And if they are dragging any of your subscribers away, or your followers, or your patrons, or your clients, those are not people that you want anyways. Always be praying to repel those that do not have good intentions. Okay, so these relationships, they fall away for a reason, because they want to compete with you. They want to see if they can get information about you. And then they try to spew that as the smear. So your heart is about to feel full, because you are no longer going to give from a space of being empty. I'm seeing you take more time for yourself. You are going to be doing more meditation, more affirmations. You could even be making yourself subliminals. I'm seeing you make really healthy food for yourself, snacking more, just really feeding your soul, your mind, body, and soul. So this is a rebirth where you are not going to let your soul be imprisoned anymore. And whatever you felt at one point or even yesterday that wasn't good enough to walk away from, you're like, now it's not good enough. Yeah, I can't believe I just needed that much more money. I can get that. No problem. It's just going to seem like light work to you. That is how protected you are. You've been praying for the strength. Okay, I want to know in the comments below if you've had a hard time with this limiting belief or this situation. It's okay to admit that it's been hard. You wouldn't be listening to this message if it wasn't. You are not alone in that. We are all in this together. We are working through generational curses where we have to know that it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard to live the life of our dreams. It doesn't have to be all of this work. We can get paid to do what we love. So with that being said, you're like, this is no longer enough for me, and I want to live a better life. I know I'm capable of that. So there has been family that has pointed the finger at you, false prophets that have pointed the finger at you, like you're the false prophet, you're fake family, you're a fake boss. This no longer serves you because you will end up burnt out, tired, just over it. So your pilot is here, okay? You have all of this protection over you to show you. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Let me know in the comments if you guys prayed for the strength to leave. Because I know I did. Okay? I want to know if you guys prayed for the strength to leave this job, to leave this situation, to leave this toxic relationship, to leave this family behind. Because you know, everybody that's on this plane of earth angels, they're waiting for you. They're waiting to celebrate with you, okay? You're about to board this plane, and everybody on there is like you, okay? They're beautiful, they're charming, they're witty, they have the same goals as you, they're very creative, and they're ready to progress. So I want to know in the comments if in the last 24 hours you prayed, because that's what I'm channeling, that you prayed for assistance like God. I know I'm better than this. I know that I'm the generational curse breaker. I know that a lot of my ancestors didn't have the strength or the knowledge to work through these cycles, but I'm going to do it. But I really need the strength. I really need the clarity that I can do this. But yeah, you're getting ready to board a completely different life, a completely different plane. And I'm getting that in 1 month. In less than 30 days, you are going to be living a different life. One that you really didn't think that you could have because you had a parent, okay? Let me be clear. You had family. They told you were never going to amount to anything. You're never going to have anything good in your life. This is why we can't have anything nice, like that type of energy. You had people in your church or in the religion that you grew up in tell you you're not ever going to, you're just a bad apple, you're a bad seed. You had a boss try to tell you, oh my gosh, and this is why we can't promote you, and this is why you're not good at your job. All of these people know damn well that you are a force to be reckoned with, that you are the light. So they can wipe that on some, what they would call it in Pidgin. For those of you that don't know, I'm Hawaiian and African American and Asian. The Doodoo paper, okay? They can literally wipe that on some Doodoo paper and keep it pushing. Whenever I say that, my husband laughs so hard. If you guys have seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where he tries to take that picture down, like, I'll get that picture off of the bar wall or the boys' bathroom. And he starts like fighting the bar owner, and he's like, dude, are you really gonna throw the doo-doo paper at me? He's like, yes. These are their butt napkins, okay? You're like, you don't need to rush anything for anyone. Some of these people want you to hurry up and tell them what you're up to, when you're leaving, what your plan is. You don't do that anymore. The answer is no. The answer is no. You're like, I'm going to need you to mind your business. With love, mind your biscuits and everything will be gravy. You are boarding this plane and seeing that this life is tailored just for you. Your clothes are going to start fitting you different. You're going to start smiling more, sleeping more, eating more, but feeling amazing. Okay? Some of you guys are going to be able to go to the doctor when you need to go to the doctor. You will surpass doctors that you know because you are very knowledgeable and you are going to have more time to access different knowledge. Like, let's say you've been trying to get healthy. Okay? You're pretty knowledgeable. You're going to start realizing that when you do go to the doctor, that you might be smarter than your doctor. You want to know why? Because you have God on your side. You are on the divine's payroll. Okay, so you are on God's payroll. You're intuitive, and that's who you be listening to. Then we have the mayor. You don't realize how big your position is about to blow up. You are about to blow up to levels that you didn't even think you could. People are going to look at you like, you should be the president, you should be the mayor, you should be the boss, and you're going to collect money and secure bags hand over fist. God is securing bags for you hand over fist. So this is going to be your no season where people are going to try to drag you in to this. I don't even know. This situation, this square dance, we'll call it, okay? They want to pull you into this square dance and you're like, yeah, I love to dance, but I'm not. The answer is no. This is your no season of you doing what you want. So I'm seeing for the next few days, maybe normally you would feel bad if you had to turn your phone off for a little bit. You would feel bad if you didn't answer emails right away. You would feel bad if you just didn't have more urgency. You cannot give from an empty cup. You are the magician. Okay, you are the magician and you are now knowing your worth. And this is making you a savage. This is showing you that you have options. You are crystal clear on the fact that, you know what, I don't know why I thought this was going to be so challenging. And this is because this is something that you've thought for a long time. Oh, well, I go and deal with this because I need this. Whatever the this is that you were going and dealing with or trying to obtain, you're going to realize it's actually minimal in the scheme of things, and all the pain and suffering and anguish and anxiety that feeds into this, that literally makes you crazy. Crazy. You're not with it anymore. You have the clarity that you've been praying for. You're like, yep, I'm ready to walk away. I'm ready to disconnect. If this is your message, I want you guys to drop your plugs down below. Because you've had it. You're like, not today. Not today. We have payday. As you've been getting serious about the changes that you want to make, you've also been getting serious about how you speak to yourself, how you treat yourself. And you've been burning the midnight oil. And you deserve to get to slow down and to get to enjoy the fact that you're good at what you do. Okay, but it was instilled in you since you were small that you will never have a life like that. You will never make more than a doctor. You will never be a doctor. You could have dropped out of school. You could have gotten your GED. You could have even done some college, whatever it was. You could have dropped out of college. People try to make you feel like, you want to do what? People don't get to do that are like you. So it's just not, it's not fathomable for them. You're going to knock their socks off. This is your comeback season. And in this comeback season, you are showing everyone, I have 9 lives. I always land on my feet. I am crazy protected, and I am on the divine's payroll. So you guys could be seeing angel number 444 everywhere you go. You're seeing 444, 111, 1111, or 1144. So let me know. I got some affirmations for you guys, but before I get into that, you had people that made you feel like everything was always on fire. Oh my gosh, do you have those TPS reports? Oh my gosh, will you work the weekend? Yeah, you're not getting paid for overtime. Nope, you don't deserve that bonus. No. Whatever cult, group, gang, whoever this is, you're done pretending like you're fine. You're done pretending you're fine for them. Because really, what has that gotten you? What has that gotten you? I follow the most aligned path toward abundance when I do what excites me. So now that you're clear on the fact that you don't need to chase whatever this is anymore, you're like, oh my gosh, what was I doing? If I do what excites me, I am aligned on the path of abundance. That's all I need to know. But it is a very hard fall. You know that trust fall where you've got to like fall into somebody's arms? Like you really got to like, it's not like somebody's just going to catch you right away. You know that this type of fall, this type of trust fall, this type of faith that you have to stand on, that you're going to go pretty much backwards almost to the floor. And then your angels are going to catch you. Then God is going to catch you. Because you are not destined for a regular schmegular life. The universe rewards my enjoyment. So this enjoyment of you doing the breath work, being more in tune with your body. The breath work alone is the body's natural medicine. That is like a natural pharmacy for your body, giving it oxygen. So I'm seeing you guys tune into the enjoyment of relaxing, bringing down your stress levels, changing the food that you eat, changing the coffee that you drink. The universe rewards my enjoyment of life with more riches to enjoy. So every time you're enjoying your life, you're going to have more riches to enjoy. Do you want to know what that feels like? It would feel like, oh my gosh, I'm living my best life. I get to work for myself. Then I'm going to go get coffee. And then you're just like jamming out in the car. And then you look at your phone and you have money in your account to replace that coffee. Or somebody sends you a Cash App or an Apple Pay or whatever to replace that. That's the type of life, the serendipitous life that you're going to be living. I am the walking embodiment of wealth, which is very close to one of the affirmations I always tell you guys, which is what? I am the walking wish fulfilled. I am the walking love spell. I am the walking wish fulfilled. Okay? I am the walking embodiment of wealth. People already think like you're low-key rich because of the way that you carry yourself, because you don't do things like everybody else. My soul came into this life to experience limitless abundance. You had family members that fought that. Like, nope, I need to be on a budget. It's got to be hard. It just can't be easy. That's not how it works. So they try to instill that in you. But you are being shown, no, disconnect from those self-limiting beliefs, because you came here to experience limitless abundance. I am a cosmic miracle worthy of infinite wealth. I am a cosmic miracle worthy of infinite wealth. Think about all the times that like you were so close to death and like you shouldn't even be here. I know you guys got some stories of like where you were like, I don't even know how I'm still here. You have that black cat energy. 9 lives, black cat energy serves you. It suits you. I am getting that you have some people that are trying to send you some type of energy or effery. They're trying to get you to be running on fumes, and that's why you're getting back in tune with your body. You're disconnecting from certain people, and you're getting into Empress mode. You know that it's time to take a break. You just know this. You're like, I have to take a break, and what I need will come in. You knowing this is going to show it to you tenfold. You knowing like, I got to take a break. I've got to slow down. I know people are trying to do magic on me. I know they're trying to send me all types of spell work. You're stopping all of the seriousness. Okay, you're going to be the fox. You're going to play like the fox. You're going to stop all the seriousness and become more playful. That is going to bring you the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, you do have people watching you closely, but this is for those of you that are online. Okay, if you are online, all of the people that try to change other people's opinions of you, they are praying that you're running on fumes, that you're tired, that you're unhappy, that you're running out of ideas, because you don't follow trends, you set them. Okay, I'm going to say that again. You do not follow trends, you set them. So yeah, this message isn't for everyone, but you will know if you're here, this is for you. Okay? You are seeing like, okay, I got the clarity. I don't know how I got it, but I got it and I'm grateful. Keep praying. If you've been praying for confirmation or the strength to walk away, do that. Do that. Sometimes we don't ask God for enough help. You know what I mean? For those of us that are like, I can do it all on my own. Yes, like I said in the beginning of the message, yeah, you can do it all on your own, but you don't have to anymore. You don't have to. Your angels are supporting you. They are untangling you from this mess of you thinking that you have to stay with whoever, and you don't. Your angels and God are helping you break this curse, this spell, or this destiny swap. If you guys know what I'm talking about with the destiny swap, you're seeing a lot of karma unfold for those that wanted to destiny swap with you. They are being put in their place. The karma is something else. It is something else. Whatever you're doing to protect yourself, it is working. It is working. I just keep getting information about unplug, so you don't end up broken. Unplug, so you don't end up fighting with certain people. You have more good news coming in. So yeah, this message isn't for everyone, but if you found it, this is for you. You are the sun. You embody this for others. So when people are around others, they don't even realize how cold it is, how frigid it is. And then they see you, they meet you, and they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that I needed that warmth in my life. Yeah. People are not going to be able to blame you anymore. You're not worried about other people's perception. And all of these people underestimated the fact that you were going to succeed. All of them underestimated your success. They underestimated your determination. Yep. Okay. We have take a bath. And they whispered to her, you cannot withstand the storm. And she whispered back, I am the storm. God is trying to show you that this is a magical time in your life and you can enjoy it. You are allowed to not worry when you're taking a bath. You are allowed to do what you want to do because you have the best intentions. You have the best intentions. You're not trying to hurt anybody. Okay. I feel like you guys have been told that your whole life. You can't do that. You can't withstand that. Nobody can. Yeah. You are the tower. You are the storm. You are the upheaval. Like, you are the justice. So you're like, you know what? You better grab your umbrella. Grab your umbrella. I sew so I don't choke people. Save a life. Send fabric. You're like, I'm just gonna get another hobby. I'm not gonna engage. Remember, it takes two to tango. And you don't need these people in your life. You're going to have this purpose until your last breath. For those of you that are worried, like, oh, I'm not going to be able to have that. There's no way I can, like, actually get to do that as long as it makes me happy. As long as it makes you happy, like, you will get to do it until forever. And you have people coming in your life that are just going to be loving on you, protective of you, till death do us part. So yeah, it seems like kind of unknown, like destination unknown. But as long as you're following your heart, you're going to be gravy. Sometimes you have to put on that hat and remind people who they're dealing with. You don't have to wait to have this timeline. You don't have to wait. Some of you guys are like, no, I need to count to 10. I need to wait. No, it's not time. I should wait a little bit longer, but you don't have to do that. Okay? Spirit is saying, I just baked you some shut the cupcakes. Look at what this says. Sorry, I've like pulled my arm against the table. I'm not trying to like knock the microphone, but Spirit is saying, we baked you some shut the front door cupcakes. Okay? So, maybe something important maybe there's something that important that you do on Wednesday, or there's something fun that you do on Wednesday. You need more of that in your life, Spirit is saying. Okay? You need more of that in your life. Okay, I'm going to get one more. Okay, we got two more. We have, that's what I do. I do yoga, chant mantras, and know things. Something very important is happening in July, or this could be your birthday month. And then I also have, that's what I do. I read books, I drink tea, and I know things. You just know things. Remember I told you guys that you know more than doctors because you're intuitive, you're blessed by the divine, you're on the divine's payroll. Yeah, you be listening to that. So you're going to be doing a lot of yoga, chanting mantras, doing affirmations, reading books, drinking tea. So you could have been born in January or July. Some of you guys could have just quit smoking. I know that a lot of you guys put that in the comments this last week. But also, it's funny that this card says this because angel number 420 doesn't mean that. Okay, angel number 420 doesn't mean that. But remember that I've been getting that angel number for you guys as well. But I'm just seeing this as you guys could have been trying to stop and maybe you succeeded. And I hope that you did if that's what you wanted. Okay, if that's what you specifically wanted. I'm not going to make anyone feel bad for different things that they do just because I'm in my sobriety. This is a judge-free zone. But yeah, a lot of you guys said, oh, all I have left to do is quit this. So I'm seeing many of you succeed in that. Or maybe someone here quit in February. Okay. But yeah, let me know what's going on in the comments. Drop your favorite affirmation. Smash the you know what. Hit the bell. Why did my brain go blank all of a sudden? But anywho, I look forward to speaking to you guys in the comments. Don't stress yourself out. Enjoy some relaxation because you have already made the sacrifices. You do not have to do this on your own anymore. You don't have to worry like this. You've already gotten the clarity that it's all going to be fine. You don't even know why you made this situation bigger than it was. It's just going to seem minimal to you. And I love that. All right. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.